Check, check, check. Oh, moving. Hey, everybody. Good morning. Hey, Hellfire Zombie. Good morning, everybody. How you doing today? Today, we're going to be making the Oni Gauntlet from the Onimusha is name of the anime, and I have the patterns, and so I'm going to start that today. So, everybody, good morning. Let's get down to business, shall we? Really quickly, I just want to talk. I just got back from MegaCon from Orlando, Florida. It was fantastic. It was to give you a sense of the scale of this convention. For you people out here in California, that we have the San Diego Comic-Con. It was almost the same size as that, if not. It was packed. It was crazy. It was such a great big convention. I personally loved it. I did 3 panels. I did movies I worked on behind the scenes, and I did monsters I played, and I also did a foam tutorial, tips and techniques on working with EBA foam. Huge. That's right, Becky. It was huge. Hey, good morning. It's at P King Studios. Thank you. Good morning, guys. I got everything all prepped and ready to go. So I just realized I do need to. Let me see. Get my bits out real quick here. I'm sorry. But yeah, I've been working. I just got back, got the pattern ready to go, and we're gonna do it. Oh God, sorry guys, keep burping. Oh, you know what I haven't done yet? I haven't started recording. Which once I start working, I gotta start recording. It's very important that I do that today. Aloha to you guys. Good morning. Morning for me, probably evening for you guys. But let's get down to business. Let's do this. Hold on. Let's switch to overhead. Move that. Get this all set. Sorry guys, get this adjusted. Everything's a little messed up here. There we go, like that. About right there. Let's slide this mat over a little bit more centered. Excuse me, I'm just going to get some stuff set up here. Get it all squared up here, like that. There you go. And, perfect. Oh, I heard, oh, sorry, it says 6 p.m. in the cold, dark Denmark. Could you smell it? Yeah. All right, let's get this all set up. And then we'll hit record. All right. Here we go. Get everything all set up. All right. All right, there we go. And let's hit record. Okay, we're going to start with our patterns we have right here. This is the pretty much the gist of the gauntlet. As you can see, these patterns have been transferred onto poster board paper, which I like. It's a lot more stiffer. If you notice that your pattern might look a little different than the one I'm working with, is because this is the actual prototype. So I got it pretty much built, and we're going to build this today. So we're going to start with tracing out the main body, which is these parts here, and we're going to do these guys out of 6mm foam. Let's do that. And this will be the main body. Now this is going to serve as two patterns. We're going to use this pattern to trace for the base of the the Gauntlet. Now, we don't have to do all this detail stuff. We're just going to trace the outside shape. So let me get a white marker. Get you guys a little closer. Oops, sorry. Gets a little closer here. I always find it's easier when you're tracing to use your blocks. I have the 1, 2, 3 blocks. I just place them on the pattern like this, especially on the area I know I'm going to trace first. So just put this right here on the edge. Let's go like that. And that. And you shift it. So when you have the part you already traced, you just shift the block. Back in the old days, I used to hold this down with straight pins, and it was easy enough, but over time it left little holes. And now that I realize you can just make your pattern and hold it in place. Works great. So then we have that. We do the same thing. Move it over here. Trace the inside here. Like that. Do that. And that. All right. That's our main body traced. We got this guy again. I always like maximizing, and so you can always fit stuff in there nice and tight. There you go, just like that. This is going to be the base of the hand. Same drill. Place it on here. Trace it. It might be time for a new pen. I think it's dying on me here. Here. There you go. Get that, and this is the back piece. Now on this, we want to make sure we trace all this. These are, let's tell you what, let's do the outside first. Inside like this. Come on. Don't you die on me, pen. Now, you notice these spaces in here, you definitely have to trace these. These are registration marks for our, we're grinding some detail into it, but you have to make all these marks. Make sure you get all these little lines. Trace everything in here. Which these will make more sense later. But right now, make sure you get them all traced. Like that. All right. that. Where's that part? Where's it? Okay, hold on, guys. Okay. All right, we have our main body traced out to 6mm foam. Now we're going to move on to our 4mm foam, and then we're going to add some additional detail. This is the ribbing on the top of it. So now that we have this pattern, we're going to trace all of it inside and out. And we're going to use a black fine tip Sharpie for that. In the same drill, we're going to use our blocks to hold it down. Sorry, if you guys can see what's going on. Okay. Start with the outside. You know, there's some, hold on guys, there's some detail in here I want to, hold on. I just saw something I didn't finish cutting out, hold on. Let's cut that out first. Wait, where's my X-Acto blade? There you go, okay. Just let me catch up with chat real quick. Oh, hey, Mark Nagos, hello. Hey, Karam goes, I hope no one called smell bones, cheddar, garlic, wings, hiding in my snack for later. Okay. I miss the good old days of Twitch. Yeah, I do too a little bit, but it's just a better format for me here on YouTube. I think Twitch is kind of struggling right now. I think ever since Amazon bought them, and they're not really taking care of it. They're not managing it well because they don't give a crap about it. They might have just bought it just to kill it. So who knows? It's hard to say these days. You know, some additional detail in here I saw I wanted to cut into it. I did not do that, so let's do that first. All right. Okay. Got it. Now, that's good. Let's put our blocks back in. All right. Like it never happened. All right, here we go. All right. Keep tracing all this and that and that. Right. Hold it in place, get the insides now. There you go. Got a little notch going. Tilt this a little bit more. There you go. A little more centered. Perfect. Okay. this. All right. There we go. There we go. Fantastic. Looking good. Oops. Making sure I got everything. Okay, now, I just realized something I have not done yet. Make sure you get the center line. When doing our patterns, you want to get that center line. I like to make a center line because this will help us line things together. But we'll make sure we get that line first, right there. All right, excellent. Now this is the top hand detail. I'm going to set it right in there, just like that. Trace it. Like that. Now the same thing, but fold it in half. Make sure we get that center line. There you go. All right. Before we start cutting these guys out, let's go ahead and go back here and do the same thing on these guys too. Make sure I get that center line. I forgot to do that, so let's do that really quick here. It's very important to have the center line because when you start gluing parts together, you want to make sure you're centered. When doing it, you want to make sure that you have your parts centered when you're lining things up. So just do that. A little mark here. A little mark right there. Got it? Same with this guy. Sorry, everybody, I'm a little rusty. It's been a while. There we go. And of course, back here. Line everything up. All right. Bring it back up like this. All right, cut the table off. Make some room. Okay. Sorry, guys. Let me adjust this. Fix it up. Kind of do a little catch up with chat really quick here, guys. Sorry, I'm getting everything set up. As you can see, I'm kind of like just talking through because I'm going to cut this all down into a video. Catch up says, what a pain. Hey, everything's a pain when you build something. You have to build it. Would have been easier. It would have done the side mirror. Light goes on. What was missing? Oh, hey, it says, hello and greetings from Athens. Hey, hello, Athens. You're a great inspiration to me as a foamsmith. I hope you're doing well, and I can't wait to get back into cosplay. I've been away for quite some time. Look, I understand. I always find cosplaying very much like riding a bike. It's a little rusty in the beginning, like I'm doing right now. Like I haven't done like a build video in a long time, so I'm like, oh yeah, how do I do this? So I'm kind of making. So I just try to. I thought I'd pick something different and something I know I could build quickly, and this is small enough and easy enough. I thought it could be fun to make this and get back to my live streams. So, but thank you, guys. Thank you for joining me today. All right, let's get back to business. Here we go. All right, here we go. Okay, we have everything all traced out now. Now the next step we do is we're going to go and cut this stuff out. I always find it's easy for me to cut things, to cut out, separate them first. First, just go ahead and take a knife and just cut them out like that. Like that. What that does, it gives you the freedom to cut a little bit more accurately. So let's go ahead and, same thing here. Let's go ahead and cut this. All right. Tell you what, let's start with the top hand plate. I got my craft knife and a brand new blade. Like that. And as you can see, I'm cutting right. I'm just cutting the whole thing out at 90 degrees. I'm just because my plan is to come back later with a rotary tool and soften it, but I just want to get the shapes first, just like this. All right. That. Okay. That. There you go. Perfect. And there we go. That. And notice what makes the craft knife so great is it's the smaller blade allows you to get tighter curves. Like that. All right. Oops. Now go to the main body here. Right. A lot of cutting on this one. Okay, here we go. Follow the line. When cutting, I always tell people, it's like, be patient. Take your time. No rush. Because the more time you take, the slower you go, the better your cuts are. This whole philosophy of con crunch, I'm not a fan of it. But people, it's always good to have a deadline, but when it reaches a certain point to where you have to take your parts to a hotel room to finish, I would pull a plug on it and say, wear it next con. That's you just gonna kill yourself. Not worth it. All right. Let's go to the inside here. There we go. That. I'm real quick, guys. While I'm cutting, I can chat because I realized in the video I'm not going to show you cutting every little bit out. It'll drive me crazy. So I'm just going to go ahead and have a chat with you guys really quickly. You'll be back. Ted, I can't imagine the amount of stitches I've worked with those tools. Oh yeah, I just gotta. You know, it's so funny. It just comes with practice because I think the more you understand the blades and how they work and how you respect them, it's all about using something properly and not pulling towards you and things like that. You'll learn over time. You're doing great. Crafting videos has always been your thing. By the way, Capcom is doing a survey on the different. It's definitely going to remake something thingy. So looking good. Oh man! Well, thank you so much. Yeah, I just recently discovered the show. I know it's based on a video game, which I have not played, but the anime is really good. I really like the show, the style, the story. I'm like, that's a fun thing to make. I could make that. So I just grabbed some images, and there's two versions. There's the anime version and the game version, which I really like the anime version. And I'm gonna do something crazy on this one. I'm actually gonna work on making it light up, so I'll be doing that as well too. All right. Get overhead here for start. Let's get some shots of me cutting the insides out. Over here real quick. The trick to cutting is when you're cutting, make sure your tip of your blade is touching the mat. Therefore, you're guaranteed a good clean cut all the way through. Just like that. That. I gotta come over here, go all the way to the edge like that. I always like to pick it up sometimes to cut to the corners. There we go. It's kind of exciting because now that I'm cutting everything out, I can see it coming together. This is going to be very cool. When I was in Florida, a young gentleman came to my table and said, "Hey, are you gonna make that Oni Gauntlet pattern in your shop? And I said, yes, I am. I said, thanks for asking, because that was on my agenda, so I'm here doing it. Ouch. Just, all right. Now you're going to get little jagged things like this. And that's when you don't panic. I'm going to come in later with a stone bit and clean all this stuff up. But I try to be consistent with my cuts as much as possible. Stay on these lines. That. Hold on, guys. Let me adjust something real quick here. There we go. Like that. Oops, don't get too up here. There we go. Yes, you guys said, yeah. I know this is an old game, but people said it is a bit dated. Which I'm wondering, because of the success of the anime, are they going to reissue the game or make it more updated? Because when I saw images of the game, I could tell the game looked like an older version of the game. Like compared to what games look like these days. Now, games are really insane. All right. That. All right. There we go. Got it. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to stay centered. Yeah, I think this is the most elaborate thing you have to cut out so far in this thing is these guys here. So. Oops. Coming through like this. There you go. Okay. Sorry, guys, I'm focused. I'm just just cutting this real quickly. We'll catch up with chat in a second. That, and then we have this. That, all right. These guys. Oh, these are some tight curves. I'm just going to kind of, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold this and just cut through. I think a lot of you, because they're a little bit rounded, so I'm just going to hold this upright like this. There. Same thing, go again. I think this is L2. All right. That. All right, got it. Here you go. Oh. There we go. That. And we have this. Wow, a lot of work here. Okay. There we go. Now that we have our yeah, these are 4mm parts. Let's go ahead and jump over to our 6. Cut these guys out as well. Let me see if we can do this with the my bigger blade. It's a little thicker, so same thing. We're gonna cut these guys at 90. Fantastic. Now, with all the sharp, curvy places, we're definitely going to use the craft knife again. Get a little closer to it. Sorry. All right, I'll curve like that. Again, making sure the tip of that blade is touching the table, cutting on the self-healing mat like that. All right. There you go. All right. Now, moving on to the base. Hold on, guys. So quickly, I have to stop because the foam's getting all over my table. So I like to stop periodically, just clean up really fast. let's do that. Let me pick up some scraps. Oops. Bump the table. All right, pick all this scrap up. Because when you start working, just stuff starts getting everywhere. So you have to stop periodically and clean up, because what happens is when you're working, you find your stuff, you keep moving your project over to another clean spot because you can't work in the spot you're working with because there's stuff everywhere. Don't let that happen to you, because when I used to work at the shop, we used to work so fast. There was very little time to clean up. And half the problem is we'd be so busy, we'd run out of space because we have so many projects going at the same time. But you have to stop periodically and clean up. So, all right, here we go. All right, we're all cleaned up. Where's my blade? Adjust the table again. Hold on a little bit, like this. Okay. All right, here we go. All right. All right. We'll keep going like this. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right, and now we got that. I'm going to move on to the back detail. It's so funny, before I started doing this, I thought about pre-cutting these parts to speed up the time. But I figured, what the heck, you guys are going to watch the journey of cutting things out. You have to cut things out, so. Right. Okay. That. Let's move the camera back up. Hold on, guys, for a second. Hi, guys. Get everything set up here. Let me think about what I'm going to do next. So I think I have everything cut out here. We got this, that. I think we're going to start heat shaping. We'll probably heat shape this stuff first because normally I like to grind stuff, but we're going to glue pieces on top of each other. So this piece of the base, this gets glued on top of this for the detail we need. And I figured it's best to do all this, heat shape it, heat shape this first, glue this down. And once it gets glued down, I mean, once we get this shaped up, then we take the stone bit and we clean everything up first. And then we glue it down. So I think the best bet to do is let's pull the stone bit out first. Yeah, let me do that. Let's take the stone bit, which is not the most exciting part, but I'll tell you what. Let's yeah, because we need to yeah, let's grind this. Yeah, that's what we do. We're going to take the 3mm stuff. Sorry, the 4mm and a stone bit and clean it up. So that's what we're going to do next. So. And let's see. I'm going to stop recording for a second, guys. Everybody, hang on for a minute. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Stand by. Hey guys, I'm back. Almost forgot. There's a prop you'll never make spite the character from the franchise you don't like. Oh, it's important to watch the cutting things out. It's where a lot of folks struggle. Oh, it's very okay, Becky. It's a very valid point. Thank you. Yeah, I'll make sure to keep that in there. So I have the bit ready to go. I have my stone bit, and when I'm working, I have this dust mask I love wearing. These are the neoprene one, guys. You can get these. Hey, speaking of that, I updated my website, Becky. We have every link in there except for the bevel all cutter. He hasn't given me a link for that yet, but I went through my website and updated stuff on there, so it's all updated. And the particle mask, you guys look this. These things are a lifesaver. If you go to eviltedsmith.com, on my supplies, it's called dust mask. There's the filters for the 3M one, but there's these rubber neoprene ones that are super comfortable. I love this thing. It's so much easier. All right. So we're going to do some grinding, so I don't want to breathe the dust. Let's put this back. All right, let's get down to business, shall we? Let me hit record, start recording. There you go. Okay. Overhead. Okay, we're going to move on to our 4mm parts. I have my stone bit. This is my nice little rounded stone bit I like working with. We're going to soften the edges. Now, this is the part, the flat side's going to get down, but on the edge it shows, I'm going to take the stone bit. We're going to round all these edges off. Out through here. And on the top detail piece too. Now this part right here is a dart, where these guys can get. Oh, missed it. Hold on. I missed something here. I missed a part here. I'll cut that. Here. Cut it. Okay. This is going to be glued together, so don't round those edges off. We're just going to round the outside edges first. And when grinding, make sure you wear your mask, the dust particles. You don't want to get that stuff in your lungs, so make sure you wear your particle mask when grinding foam. Sorry, change of plans. This is good. It grinds. It doesn't. It's just going to take forever to get the remove the foam as fast as I'd like it to. So we're going to go ahead and swap it out with a sanding drum. This is one of these smaller sanding drums I like working with for the tight corners. Although this one seems a little worn out. Let's grab another one here. Yeah, there we go. Good old sanding drum. Because this stone bit's great for cleaning things up and getting rid of the groove marks. But as beveled as I want these and rounded, I guess telling it's going to take too long. So again, now we switch over to the sanding drum, and let's get the mask back on, which I just dropped for some reason. Hold on. Where'd my mask go? I just had it. Am I just losing my mind? Oh. Yeah, Never mind. Just, I have another one here. Let's grab it. Let's go. All right. Hey guys, real quick. I am realizing, let me stop recording for a minute right now, that it's just going to be doing this for like ever and all the way till the stream ends. So it's just not going to be very exciting. So I figured I would just go ahead and spend the last half hour to hour to hang out with you guys and talk, because it's just going to be me grinding, and I can do that. I can record that later and get all the stuff done. But because I'm realizing that I have to go through, and not only do I have to grind down all these edges with the stone, with the sanding drum on the outside edges, but on the inside guys, I'm gonna have to use a stone bit because I don't want to use anything that's too abrasive because it'll cut out too much too quickly. So I'll have to do it with a stone bit. And the stone bit will do it, but do it gradually and slowly. So I have to be very. It's just gonna take twice as long. So I can do that off camera. So I'm gonna just do all that and not record it. Just have it all done. I'll have a couple of shots of me doing some stuff, and then, but then, yeah, way too much grinding anyway. But other than that, guys, let's get back to talking about fun stuff. I just got back from Dragon Con, and if you guys haven't seen the pictures, I posted them on my. I do slide. I have some pictures on Instagram. You guys can see there. You can also see on my Facebook page. I posted pictures there as well. It was just such a great convention, and everybody was there. The sad thing is that I was, so I got foam dust all over me. All my cosplayer friends were at the cosplay section, which is a little further away from me, and I was doing more of the YouTube stuff. And we had I was next to the creator stage, and I was part of by a guy, Chuck, who runs the social media platform with all the big video screens and workshops, and not workshop, but I did demonstrations, we did slideshows, I worked about movies and things I worked on. So I was right next to them, which was kind of fun because I was out in the main Faro Fair, so people could come by and see me and visit me. So yeah, I had pretty good access. But unfortunately, all my cosplay friends I wanted to see, we had to catch after hours because we all were working, so it was hard to ever catch up. So, but I love hanging out with fellow makers when I get a chance to, and just talk shop. Yeah, I'm really excited about this. This is looking really cool. Once it gets heated and wrapped it all up. But yeah, a lot of grinding. Come to think of it, you know what I should do? Now I'm thinking about it. Let's do, yeah, because I'm thinking after I heat curl this base, I should do these outside edges, do them while they're glued onto here. But nah, it's still good because we have to grind them all together. So it'll be all right. It's funny. This seems small. When I originally made this pattern, I made it. It was huge. It was so big. I think I still have it. Let me show it to you. I have a tendency to build stuff, and I just kind of built it. And when I looked at it, it was way too big. Where's my phone back up here? Did I throw it away? Maybe. Did I throw it away? I might have. I must have. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, I must have just thrown it away. But anyway, the thing was, when patterning it out, it was big, and I put all this work into doing this, but it was too big. I'm like, and so I just immediately went. I just went to Kinko's, put on a copier, and shrunk it about 80%, and it was perfect. So all the work was saved. Although if it was an Inkscape, if I did an Inkscape like I want to learn, which I'm trying to learn right now, is that you can take the pattern and just shrink it in post. You can just do it yourself. So maybe heat seal the foam first, then heat the pattern and punch it in. I always have been waiting to. Well, my thing is, what I do is this is 4mm, and you can stretch it. You know, it's a little bit more forgiving. This is 6. The base is 6. Heat it and curl it like this. Really shape it up, And once it's shaped up, then I'll glue this. Some people will glue it all together and then heat it at the same time and try to heat curl it all at the same time. I always find you're fighting two pieces of foam. Um, we're discussing using letter tools. Okay, sorry. I was completely out of the chat completely. I had no idea what I was talking about. But yeah, now I'm looking at this. It's going to look good. I'm really happy with it. But definitely, I'm going to realize that I'm going to have to set up my downdraft. I have a little downdraft table, so I'm going to set up the downdraft table because I have so much dust, so much grinding to do. I'm going to set up the downdraft table, turn the show. Of course, don't worry. I'll shoot this. I'll put this all on video so you guys can see it. It's okay, Ted. Tell us what you know. Thanks, Beck. Excuse me, guys. I got something's on my either something in my eye or something on my glasses. Let me clean my glasses off real quick. There you go. Okay. Ted, do you use any leather tools for foam? I mean, you can. I don't have any leather tools, but it works very much in a lot of the same ways. I always tell people if you work in leather, you can definitely work in foam because it's the same thing. I mean, foam is far more forgiving than leather because you can really stretch it and do a lot of stuff and not soak it and get it wet to manipulate it. But you can definitely do a lot. I'm going to, if I'm going to an environment that is really hot, like Las Vegas, are there any, everything dries faster. I tell you what, the heat, I find, you can't, if you're storing things, storage is always hard. For long-term storage for anything in the heat is hard, like glues, any kind of cements or glues like that. It always dries faster in a warmer environment. But for when you're building and painting, man, the turnaround's quick. That's why I love California, because like when I first moved out here, I was a kid in the Midwest, and I would want to make something. It was pouring rain. I'm like, well, I can't paint it. I got to wait till the weather's good. So there was always an issue with that, where in California it's kind of nice not to worry about it so much. The reason I'm asking, I have a ton of leather making tools, but haven't tried them out on foam. Yeah, foam is, I definitely could do. My thing is impressions. You can heat foam up and push things into it and make impressions. But be warned, once you do that, you don't want to heat it again, because if you heat, I always tell people, if you're doing some kind of heat texture or heat things on foam, that make sure that's the last time you have to apply heat to that project, because if you go back and heat it, it makes the stuff release, like, so all the detail will come back out again. So always try to heat. And there's like a little project I was doing. I had this little textured foam stuff. I bought like stamped textured foam detail. I bought at a store, and then I was heat sealing it. I hit some spots, and all the detail disappeared because I hit it with a heat gun. And I was like, oh, again, I knew better. I was just rushing. That's what happens in your rush. Make mistakes. Yeah, but I'm really excited about this Gauntlet. This looks great. I just recently rewatched the show, the series with the Gauntlets, the Oni Gauntlet guy. So good. A lot of fun in that show. But guys, please, people, if you're here, anybody have any questions you guys want to ask me? This is great. This is a great time to catch up with chat. And make sure these things are off. I have these wireless headsets. I always make sure I don't leave them on because they drain. I love these things, but they don't. You can hear music and you can listen to like people talking, but it doesn't. They're not noise canceling. They don't cut any excess noise up. But the ones my family bought me a headset downstairs for gaming, and when I put it on, I don't hear anything. Like they could talk to me and I'll have my game on and I won't hear anything. So I'm trying to find that same kind of brand, but a wireless brand for upstairs for my headset because it'd be nice to have noise canceling headphones when I'm working, so I don't hear anything. Kind of, because sometimes it gets a little distracting when I'm trying to get stuff done. Yeah, I got a lot. I'm just looking at this thing, going, I got so much grinding to do on this on this project. It's my least favorite thing. Which Beverly Downing, almost 90% of her costumes, all her detail and filigree, it's just her grinding. She does all this organics. She loves doing it, but hey Neil, hey, happy Sunday to you, sir. How you doing? I would have been a little more prepped today. I had to, got a cold. I had a little bit of a cold, so I stayed in bed all day Saturday. I just stayed in bed all day. But yeah, look at this thing. I have so much grinding ahead of me. So much grinding. And then this part I'm looking forward to doing because this is the hand plate, and this piece goes on top of it like this. And this is where the eyeball goes. And I'm going to cut a, and for the eyeball, for the eyeball is actually an Easter egg, which will fit on top of this guy. My plan is to, once we get the hand heat shaped and curved, I will trace and cut a hole for it and kind of fit it, and then we're going to cut the other piece around it, and then the detail that goes around the base of it, I'm going to do foam clay, Paulson foam clay. Oh, did you show off your jack mask? Do you guys want to see it? Yeah, hold on, guys. Let me grab it real quick. Is it up here? Where is it? Hi everybody. Really quickly, my wife had a birthday party, and she loves having a theme, and we have different themes every year. One time it was the Wild West, which is one of my favorites. We had a Wild West theme. We had a space theme, but this year she wanted to do something like a logo or icon, something your favorite logo or icon, and so everybody was throwing out some really great stuff, and immediately it popped in my head, like, ooh, I know what I want to do. I want to do Jack in the Box. So there's Jack. I did Jack. I had a speaker and thing hooked up to him so I could talk, but this is my Jack head. And it turned out great. He knows, but it's all just everything, pounded everything really quickly. But the mouth was the trickiest part. I was like, did the eyes, nose, and then I was like, cause it was, I was gonna paint them. How am I gonna paint that? And I finally just said, screw it. So I made it a poster board. Made it really crisp because you look at the actual jacket, it's really clean, really super clean. So I ended up taking a poster board and cut it, and then paint it with some Tamiya red, and then used an E6000 and glued it on. Yeah, so I like it. I was like, so I'm going to clean them up and put them in storage. I don't know if you ever use Jack again, but so if anyone wants to borrow a Jack head, I have one now. So yeah, he actually came out way better than I expected him to. I was like, because I worked on a job where I had to make a there was a cigarette. Oh, there's the mask I dropped. There was a job I worked on, and the shop that I worked at had the jack heads on the shelves. I'm like, oh, you guys made those. And I was so impressed with them because in the commercials, it's a completely circumference all the way down to his neck. And you're like, how did they get his head in there? So it's a fiberglass dome, a sphere, right? And from like this point down is foam rubber. So they have it's a foam rubber neck ring that he squeezes his head into, and it's all smooth. And then inside is a video monitor. It's like a little video camera monitor in there, and the tip of the Jack's nose has a camera in it. So on the tip of Jack's nose is a camera. So the actor has actually got a video monitor. He's looking at the monitor, and so that for the actor when he's looking, he at least know he can actually see people with the head on. So at least he can see people take direction and know who where he's looking and stuff. So he's not completely blind, but it's not that difficult. It's still difficult to kind of to see or walk around, but it's funny now because now with the digital technology, they could probably just have a hole or eye holes, and they could just do it in post. Because the technology now is it's from the time we started to where it is now. Like, but in the early days, it's funny now. I think about that. I wonder how they do Jack's head now. It's probably a lot easier. They can fix almost everything in post now, and they spend a lot of money on those commercials. But yeah, it was a fun party. It was nice, and I got a little bit of a cold, so I'm recuperating from that. But where's that? I think it's back in. But tell you what, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up today because unfortunately I have to do a lot of grinding, and it's not gonna be exciting, and I'm not. It's gonna take a while, so I'm gonna get all that ground and have it ready. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shoot. I'll record all that, and hopefully where the stage will be in. Because what I do is, if you guys aren't here, I'll still document it and videotape it all, and then by next Sunday, hopefully, we'll be at. I'm pretty sure we'll be at the ceiling stage. I'll probably be painting or lighting or God knows what. But yeah, I'll document. I'll also take pictures and show you guys what I'm working on. But we're going to wrap this up today, guys. Again, everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with me today here on Evil Ted Live. If you guys like the content, the things I'm making, please hit that subscribe button. Also, go to my website, eviltedsmith.com, where you can do your shopping. I've updated all my Amazon links and stuff. Hey, thank you for subscribing. That's awesome. Thank you. Hey, Toya, Echo, how you doing, man? Go to my website. Also, be sure to get on my mailing list. Because when I was at the convention in Florida, people were like, oh my God, I didn't know you were going to be here. And I said, do you follow me on my social media? And they go, yes. I said, then if you want to keep up to where I'm going to be next, get on my mailing list. EvilTedSmith.com. You can fill it out. Also, if you built a costume or any foam prop and costume you've done from watching my videos and you were inspired by my videos, go to Fan Photo Friday and submit a photo of your costume. If you have a complete costume, something you really built, you're really proud of, you liked, please submit it to Fan Photo Friday. I always try to pick somebody. I haven't done it in a while because a lot of people haven't been submitting. And I keep forgetting to remind people that I do have it, Fan Photo Friday. And when you do, I select you, I will send you a postcard and a sticker and an autographed note saying thank you for being a part of the cosplay community. All right, guys, thank you so much. And I'll catch you back next time, Sunday, 9 a.m. right here on Evil Ted Live. See you guys.